go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Hi, everyone. This is Tracey Brown coming to you today to do another celebrity psychic update on. This time it's going to be on Juan Dixon, Robyn from Real Housewives of Potomac's husband. Now, I find it very ironic that Robyn is up for review, right? Because I think that Robyn has been horrible this season. And we're only 3 episodes in, maybe 4 tops. She has been horrible. So, the timing of her husband being pulled into some lawsuit for ignoring some abuse that he may or may not have known about, I don't know. I think it's perfect from Spirit. I don't know if the producers asked Robyn to be the bad girl this year, right? Maybe producers felt like there wasn't going to be any drama this year for Real Housewives of Potomac. And maybe Robyn needed to be the bad guy, like Lisa is hired to be the bad guy. But if that is the case, Robyn, you are disgusting this year. And I've always been on the fence with you, which is, I don't think I've ever done a review on you. Because I've always been on the fence with you, right? I don't want to spiritually be like, oh, I see this happening. If you don't deserve like that energy, right? I always stay away from people that I think I could be too hard on, right? So I patiently waited. And I think I patiently waited for years. I don't really think I've done a review on you at all. Well, lucky for you, it's not going to be on you, Robyn. It's going to be on your husband, who's playing coy with people's lives and may have known about something but didn't want to get involved. And now he may be getting into trouble, Robyn, because of your despicable behavior. I mean, is the karma of Real Housewives of anything coming back to haunt all the shows? Because I think that's what's happening. I think spiritually, you guys are being attacked. Because you guys are not nice people. If we don't go back to having some fun and watching Garcelle buy a Birkin bag for $13,000, if we don't go back to that simple fun, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you because karma is coming back on all of you guys. And if you guys can't recognize it as individuals, and the reason why karma is showing up is because when the show first started, you know, we were literally in a different world. We were in a different mindset, in a different world. And that world has come clashing down. And a lot is being exposed, revealed, dismantled. And I think it has a lot to do with Bravo more than anything. And you guys are getting caught up in the drama of Bravo. You know what I mean? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A little sweaty here. 9, 10. Let's see. what is around Juan Dixon, Robyn's husband of Real Housewives of Potomac, and is he going to be able to keep his job with these allegations that are out there that he knew some very salacious things? I mean, I was listening to it this morning by some other YouTubers, and it was mildly disgusting what this victim had to say. It was weird, it was mildly disgusting and uncomfortable, right? All right, let me say hi to everyone. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Miss Net. Hi, Borderlion. How are you? Tori Griffin. Hello. Dion Janet Jackson. Good health. Good health to everyone. Good health to you, Dion. Let me see. I think I missed somebody. Oh, Buddha Lion says, you are right, Tracy. I don't know who turned the key in her back. Right. But she has been bad, really bad. Even Giselle's looking at her sideways. Even I'm like, Giselle is better than her this year? Giselle. I mean, I can't handle it. Hi, B. Moore. Good evening, and the Mystical Misfits. Miss Dixon has been slanging around campus and everywhere else. All right, Miss B. Moore. I throw my hands up. We're only gonna check. I throw my hands up to anything other than looking at Juan Dixon and whether or not this particular drama is going to get him terminated. And if it gets him terminated, they just brought a house. But remember now, what do we keep hearing Robyn say? I brought the house. The house is in my name. All right, so, well, there you go. There you go. Bravo turned the key. She wants to keep her job. That's what I just said, Jacqueline. That's what I just said. Did the producers ask her to be a part of the evil girl mantra? So we got Robyn on Potomac, Lisa Renner on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That backfired, by the way, producer. It backfired. And Robyn, it will backfire on you. So, please, God, talk to me about Juan Dixon. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Ron is your love. He's your beloved. He's your son. Please allow me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen, amen, amen. Okay, so what I got was a bathroom with a rounded bathtub. It's kind of weird. At least going to the wall, it was rounded. And that's all I got. But I'd like to mention it in case something about a bathroom comes up later. Pure Essentials, the Naked Truth, Wholeness. He is definitely hiding behind the truth, exactly like the witness said. Silly me. Hiding behind the truth, exactly like the witness said. He is concerned. He is bent out of shape. It's only now he's thinking he should have done something. If this was not brought up, it wouldn't be a thought of his. They are now looking at the parties that are involved, and if there are any parties still employed, they're looking at those people, right? So you will have to answer, Juan, to your character, right? Because it does go against some protocol, like if you see something, say something, right? Kind of like something like that. Crown chakra, he's way inside his head right now. Triumphant and success. I don't know who this is yet, or is this part of facing his fear to come out of this successful, right? I don't know if that's Juan or the victim wanting to be successful by throwing people under the bus for not trying to help when the person was crying for help. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. The authorities will have a conversation with him, and I think we will hear something no later than 13 days, no later than 1 month, right? No later than January. So I do feel like in 1 month's time, maybe suspend it until the investigation is all cleared up. Maybe suspend it because the university has to do their own investigation, right? There could be something here where they just kind of need to pull him away because it's a morals issue that's coming up. So they might have to, like, we're not firing you. We have to suspend you to figure things out without pay. You are just not being an example for them little boys, are you? I get the Empress card, right? So I do feel like he loves his job, but I do feel like there are things that he does that he self-sabotages. So Juan just has a really hard time keeping a straight and narrow. So Juan is the type that looks straight and narrow, right? But if you go digging and not too far, you will discover that there are just things about him, right? And then he would be like, yeah, I did that. Like, but, like, you know what I mean? It's like, did you steal candy? And he's like, yeah, yeah, I stole candy from kids on Halloween. Yeah, yeah, I did that. So he's the type of guy that, like, if he admits it, then he's come clean. Then he's back to being a great guy, right? He's also the type of guy that if he stays quiet, people will overlook him, right? They won't see the core of the man inside. There has to be some movement with him. There has to be. So I do feel like there's movement. There's a reason why I got the Chariot, and then his monies will get compromised, right? This is the Two of Pentacles, which is, he seems to be having often troubles with money, right? So, there's always that one partner that brings the family finances down, always. There's one that spends too much, and then there's the other one that wants to micromanage. But the one that spends too much is the sneaky one, right? With Juan, I feel like he can't keep a job longer than 6 years, right? Yeah. I'm getting a victorious card, right? But not so fast because the Five of Swords is crossing all of this. So I get the victorious card, but let's wait and see what type of victory, right? Because right next to it is the deception card. So is he going to be victorious because he's going to say, I didn't know I had ownership in reporting? Do you know what I mean? Like, could he get away with it by using the right words, by letting the administration know that I didn't get all the pieces of the puzzle? So what did you want me to say? So he's gonna find a way to double lip this. And he's thinking about it right now. So he's got different scenarios he's going to present to them so that they don't come for him. There is going to be an offer to him, or he thinks that they're going to give him an offer to step down. That's what he thinks, but he thinks it's going to be a financial offer, right? And they might trick him into believing that. They might be like, okay, what we're going to do is just going to put you aside for a minute, pay you, and figure out the investigation. But they're lying to him because the full deception card and the high priestess, which is like she's holding this document and she's covering up. So the way he talks to them is the way they're going to talk to him, right? They're going to double lip him as he's double lipping them. They just want to kind of get him up out of there to have more freedom, to have these open discussions. But the gauntlet, I used to call this the gauntlet back in my earlier days, where the sword is going to slice this wide open in half, good on one side, even on the other, and in the middle is the goddamn truth, Juan. Right? So it's almost like something bad has to happen. It's almost like, yeah, you can't keep your job, right? Right, Justly? Ciao, right? Shaking my head. He just got that job. I know, Corella. That's what I'm trying to say. I hear you. He just got that job. Ciao. And the final outcome is going to be who's going to carry this family. Well, Robyn, he's never really carried the family, right? Let's be honest. You're looking for a prenup because you know damn well Juan has not carried this family, right? You carried it when he wasn't working. When you guys started working, you guys mistakenly bought a house. You know, if you looked at all my past videos, the one thing I kept saying, especially in Potomac area, I kept saying, don't buy a house, don't buy a house, don't buy a house. You know, I've had several people that heard my video, don't buy a house, bought a house, and is currently having some real concerns. Because it wasn't about don't buy a house. It was, are you sure your job is secure? Are you sure there's not going to be changes? And look at the tech world. They're being turned upside down. Both Twitter, outside of the tech world, Lyft is laying off. And, and Amazon is laying off. Robyn and her parents have been supporting her? Are you serious? Her parents have had her back? Listen, I'm not against that, but that's the first time I'm hearing this. But it would make sense to me because he doesn't carry the family. He doesn't financially carry the family. Her parents have been carrying her? Oh my God. What? What? I'm in shock. I'm in shock. I'm shook at this. Well, there you go. Then once again, the parents cannot secure their retirement fund and have to spend it on their daughter. And you know what, guys? Maybe like remember when we found out? We found out today, right? Well, what if this has been brewing the whole time they were filming? What if there was a threat of a lawsuit? What if she was stressed beyond belief? Because, by the way, I also couldn't understand her hair color. What happened? Robyn, it's a burnt, it's like burnt brown. It's like burnt brown. Like, what is that color that you have on your head? It is not working for you. Not that I'm trying to shame you. It's just the truth. I don't get it. And then I think she went back to blonde because I think she was on Watch What Happens Live and she was back to blonde. I'm so confused. Unless this is a wig. Is this a wig she's been carrying around? And is she carrying around this wig because this drama is unfolding? So maybe this drama is unfolding, right? And she doesn't want anybody to catch on and talk about it on the show. And so the show ended and now we're talking about it, but at least it wasn't caught live on the show that she would have to answer to these women. Yeah, I don't see the wedding here, guys. There's no wedding. I don't see the wedding here. I don't even see where they're planning a wedding. And there's no wedding here. Well, let me check. This is Spirit Talk. Money and security will be behind them. She will fight to keep that money, which is what I think she's doing on Real Housewives of Potomac, fighting to keep her income alive. If he loses his job, and she knows it, and she loses her job, and they got that big house to take care of, if I go by this particular Emperor card, the answer would be no. He has no desire to actually marry, guys. He's just not into marriage. He wants to be there. He wants to be there for the kids. He wants to be there for Robyn, but he does not want to get married. Okay, the high priestess could mean marriage. Nope. I have the world card in the past, right? And one of the words that comes up with the world card is you are free to go, right? Next to the high priestess, which is marriage, a pillar of strength. That ain't on anyway, right? But then I get the 8 of Pentacles. They're going to I got to watch my coins. Like marriage, we have to watch our coins, right? Now, I do get the 2 of Cups. Again, I get this in a past position with the World card. The answer is no. They are absolutely worried about money. That's the treasure. I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but that's a treasure chest right here where my thumb is. I'm going to move it down now. That has been wiped away. So the answer to that is money is going to prevent this from happening. And then I get a resounding yes, and I get a resounding yes that no, they will not be married. All right. Thank you, Misha. Thank you, sweetie. And before I pull one more card, if you'd like a reading with me, text me at 213-458-7408. All readings are on Zoom or FaceTime, and of course by regular phone. You just let the appointment desk know your options. So the answer is no. No, they're not going to get remarried. Money. This man is holding money. There's not enough money to come in. So the answer is going to be no. Ace of Pentacles. King of Pentacles shows up again. No. Okay, let's get beyond that. I just don't see this marriage, especially now with this drama going on with this case that's happening. There's 2 men standing in the middle of Juan getting some extraordinary money here. There's 2 men standing in the way. Oops. There's 2 men standing in the way. This is fire sign man here, and earth sign man here. I mean, I feel like but he won't get the money. I feel like if he's gonna leave, if he has to leave, he wants them to give him a financial payout. But Juan, you've got grandiose ideas. It's not gonna work. They're gonna be like, dude, can you please leave nicely? So for right now, they're gonna, I feel like, put him on suspension, tell him that he will get paid for the suspension. Once he's out of there, they won't pay him for suspension. I think it's going to be a verbal agreement. And then the drama begins. All right, let me see what everybody's saying. Yeah, I don't think Juan is playing the game this year with Robyn. And I think her storyline is looking a little fucked up. I don't think he knew what she was going to talk about, right? Which is how I think producers are more involved. They're like, well, let's talk about the prenup. And so when he came over and she was like, things in the past and, prenup. And he was like, girl, do whatever you want. I was cracking up. And then she tried to make it more into a conversation. He was like, just pull out the prenup and I'll just sign it. And he walked away from her. And I was like, good for him. That's how I know that she's trying to keep her job. All right. All right. Any questions? Also, Robyn was in tax. Yeah, but she got out of the tax debt. Let's give somebody credit when they get out of their tax debt. She did a good job. I said she's the money person, and he's the one that brings her down. I'm a little behind. Robyn invested Juan's money to a scammer that later, yeah, we know about that story. I don't think it's relative to what's going on right now. Right, you can tell she's trying to find a storyline. Right. Yeah, I don't think any of that is relative today. Like, we know that whole story. It was despicable. I don't think they were at fault. They invested. I don't think that's something that like karmically, that's not on them. All right. Oh, and then in a confessional, she talked about how he cheated on her. Now, unless I missed that, did she actually talk about him cheating on her on the show in the past? Is that something we were just supposed to know? Because I think I missed that one a few years back. I know they broke up. I never knew that he cheated. Did you guys actually know that? You did? My goodness. Somebody on Twitter said they were already remarried, but I don't know. Well, I find that hard to believe, right? Because they have sons that they're trying to raise. And how do you put on live TV? We're talking about getting married, but lie to your sons and get married. So then you're bringing up a fucked up family, right? But it's just the same way with Tia Mowry, right? Everybody, one person, I think it was one blogger that said they're back together, and everybody believed Tia Mowry and Corey got back together. And in the middle of my read, somebody was like, they're back together. And I was like, how? They're not back together. So I don't believe they're married. Yeah, he cheated. That's why they got the divorce. I thought they got the divorce because of the money investment thing. That's the first for me. Oh, Ashley brought it up. Oh. a few years ago. Oh, Ashley brought it. Like, first of all, something's not right. He cheated, but all they could do is talk about Michael Darby cheating. Like, throw stones, why don't you? Throw stones, people. Who's the first? Because that all these seasons, he cheated, and no one thought to throw that back up in Robyn's face? Because I would have. All right, let's leave it right there. Final outcome, saboteur. Huh. What in the world? Saboteur. Right side up. Highlights your fear of self-employment and the changes it would bring to your life. Interesting. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. I'm just worried about money for them. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. Right side up, saboteur. Highlights the fear of self-empowerment and the changes. I don't know. He doesn't look like a self-empowered man to me, right? He looks like a man that stands next to a man. He looks like a yes man. He looks like the guy that rides on the passenger side of the car. To me. Saboteur. Exposes fears and issues related to low self-esteem. I believe that causes you to make choices that block your own empowerment and success. Oh my God, these cards never lie. These cards never lie. Oh my God. When you make it an alley, you will find that it calls your attention to situations in which you're in danger of being sabotaged or of sabotaging yourself. So, and they say everyone has this archetype. Interesting. So it's kind of like whatever you knew, Juan, it was absolutely your job to come clean. It was absolutely your job to say to someone, this has come to my attention, and it absolutely is an ethical issue because it involves blackmail, it involves sending emails. It was just, did you guys hear the story? It involved someone saying, send me nudes to the victim, and the victim, for some reason, got scared and sent the nudes. But once the nudes were sent out, the person that was asking for the nudes got more empowered, right? Because now you have nudes. Now you can tell the person to do anything, but why he sent the nudes in the first place, I'm really confused by that. It's just, this is salacious, right? And then after the victim sent the nudes, then the person said, well, now I want you to sleep with the coach. And then it might turn out that it was the coach that was sending these text messages. I mean, this shit is weird. This is tasteless. It's weird. Have you guys heard? It's really, it's a lot to handle. And I had to listen to it twice this morning. And I was like, okay, what am I missing? Wait, what? They did what? Like, there was no reason to send the nudes in the first place, but for some reason, he got scared. So he thought it would be better to send the nudes. I mean, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. And then once he sent the nudes, and once I was like, oh, geez, please tell me he didn't send the nudes. Boom, he sends the nudes. The nudes. And then once you send the nudes, now the person has leverage over you. Now they can blast it on social media, blah, 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 blah. And so the comeback was, you have to sleep. I believe it's with the coach. Don't get me wrong. Maybe I'm paraphrasing the whole story, but it's bad. You have to sleep with the coach, and you have to take video or pictures, and you have to send it back to me. And at first he refused, but then I think he did. I'm a little confused. I don't know if you guys heard the story. It's really bad. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, Sadi. Hi, April. The story, let me see. The story bothered me. Thank you, Buddha. After hearing the whole story, I have little respect for Juan, especially his response to the player's father. Right. Right. Hi, Ori. The victim said he thought he was sending nudes to a woman. That's the other thing I got confused, but I didn't want to bring it up, right? But I appreciate it. Because I was like, I thought I understand that he was sending nudes to a man, but didn't he want him to sleep with a man? Wasn't the coach a man? So I figured maybe they were all men, but I didn't want to bring it up because I was, you know me, I'll just put my foot in my mouth. I was like, I'm just gonna leave it be. But at first he thought he was sending nudes to a woman. Got it. Salacious details. All right. Well, Juan, you will lose your job. You will not be getting paid. I think they're going to trick you momentarily. They're going to be like, no, let's give you pay, while we investigate. And then they're just going to stop the money from coming in. So you and Robyn are going to be back at the point that we all met you. You're going to be back there again, except this time you brought a big house. So we met you not working, right? I think. Yeah. Let's say we did. He wasn't working. He can't keep a job, by the way. And she came on as a Real Housewife, and instead of being a mean Lisa Rinna girl, right? I think the storyline can just carry you, Robyn, for another couple of seasons, because you're going to have to talk about it if you want to stay on the show. So Juan is in trouble. He's a mandated, that's what I was talking. He's a mandated reporter. Should have reported it. He better start flipping those houses. Listen, you know how much money it costs to flip a house? You got to start at 100,000, and then you bleed into like 60,000 just to flip a house. So they don't have that kind of money. Right, Buddha? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, Robyn, I have to tell you, again, maybe we are looking at Robyn from a place where this scandal was already being talked about, right? The rumor mills were already there. So maybe we're looking at angry Robyn, because this is not a good look for you, child, this year. Or maybe from the mill over here, maybe that it hadn't gotten out yet. And so she wants to show producers that she can keep her job. And that's what I think she's doing. She's keeping her job. So, oh, with Wendy, the reunion is where we catch everybody up to date. And how dare Robyn? How dare she not ask Wendy to the family gathering event, but then ask Candace to bring Wendy's children? Do you know a real mother would never send their children with someone that don't like them? Nope. If you don't like your children, go ahead on with Robyn, child. I don't care. A protective mother? You don't like me, you don't like my child. Period. Over. Done. Lock the keys. You don't like me, you don't like my children. Not having it. Nope. All right. That's it, guys. Nice and quick. Juan, back to square one, sweetie. You and your wife, y'all just need to get married. You're perfect together. You're not quality people. You're not quality people. And anybody who can find favor with Giselle, there's no way you're a quality, Robyn. You're a follower at best. You're not a nice person. And the roosters come home. Karma, where's Karma at? Karma, the eclipse energy. Oh my God. Can anybody see that this eclipse energy is like on fire right now? Wow. All right. Call me for your own personal reading. 213-458-7408. They're on FaceTime and Zoom and regular phone. Also, let me all remind you that, hold on, I'm doing this wrong. Nope. Herbal workshop, respiratory defense for cold and flu season, right? Be there for the class November 20th at 6 p.m. Sign up at orinaturals.com. Let's prepare ourselves for this flu season. There is no reason for any of us to be strapped down by the cold this flu season. Got children, they're all catching, some version of the RSV. If you take care of some over-the-counter herbs that you can purchase, it's not that they won't get RSV, but it won't compromise them. So sign up for the class, everyone. And thank you. I'll be at the class too. And thank you. Thank you for showing up and listening to the video. I love you all. All right. And good night. Bye.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live.